What up, y'all? What's the word, everybody? Y'all know what it is. Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Rich Dallas, Sean Prez, we are the Boys Club. We go live. We have the realest relationship conversation on the internet. If y'all tune in week after week, welcome back. Always a pleasure. This is actually this makes my week, man. I have a good time with y'all every week. So, what's up, Ann? What's up, all my people who come out? Chanel, my cousin Chanel, obviously, Moniece. What's up, Moniece? Moniece just had Esby. What's up? Moniece just did, I don't know if y'all follow her Instagram, but she just did a procedure. So everybody, shout out to Moniece. Throw hearts in the air for Momo D. She just had a procedure and she's in pain right now, so she's chilling, watching us in recovery. So yeah, let me get my man Sean Prez. Where's Prez? Let's get Prez in the room so we can get this thing started. Once again, real quick, it's the Boys Club every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The realest relationship conversation on the internet. Shout out to all the people who come back week after week. And yeah, let's get it popping. And where is Sean Prez? Esby, what up? Okay. We y'all know we don't take people until like the second hour. So if you have a question, obviously I just looked at 25 people in the comment section. I mean in the camera section that y'all trying to get into the conversation. I appreciate that y'all trying to get in so early, but I would prefer that you wait a minute, because when I'm ready to take people, I don't have people. But now I got 27 people in the comments ready to get into the conversation. Anyway, Prez, what up, man?
Yo, Rich, what up, son?
Hey, shit, slow mo.
Yeah.
I bet my mother.
Oh.
I bet my mother that I wasn't gonna say the N word today.
A word?
We have a bet.
So let's see how you do.
We have a bet. We have a bet. I don't know what that bet is, but we have a bet.
Well, I'm a bet. Go ahead.
Now we have a bet, and I guarantee you that I have this innate quality about myself that I'm able to turn it on and turn it off. So I am actually going to turn it off today.
Okay. Can I get in on that bet?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So no N word today from either one of us?
Oh no. I don't think
you want in on the bet. Or you want in on the bet that I'm gonna say it?
No, I'm gonna add to that bet. I want to see if you can not say the B word.
And no N's and no B's today?
No B's and no N's today.
All right, so text me from your other phone what the bet is, and it's on.
All right, fair enough. I think it's gonna be a rough night for you, kid.
Yeah, this might be a rough night for me.
All right, yo, Rich, we got a lot to cover, so I'm gonna get right into it. You did the intro, right?
Yep.
Okay, yo, I'm gonna go a little off topic with this. Jonah Hill, you're familiar with him?
Uh-huh.
The actor Jonah Hill. He was a child actor, a little overweight, slimmed down. He's a phenomenal actor. One of his exes leaked a bunch of their text messages this week, and essentially she said that he was misogynist. She felt abused in a relationship, and she put a bunch of text messages out there. Number one, is there boundaries anymore? Or is it just everything fair game, even after you break up with somebody? And number two, I understand we live in a world where everybody is exposing somebody. Everybody's gonna put you on blast. Would you date a woman that has either put somebody on blast publicly by leaking text messages, sharing old photos, putting business in the street, or would that not even matter to you? Would you go if she seemed like a decent person?
Nah, first of all, no, I'm not dating anybody who does that. I'm not dating anybody who does that, or who has done that. I'm a firm believer that the best way to find out who somebody is to look at their past history.
Correct.
That's what they do. And I'd imagine that if anybody was to really give it thought and actually survey the landscape and say, okay, I'm not going, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it because they would always see that it would be more detrimental than it would be helpful. But in that moment, she's sporadic, or she's vindictive, or she's hurt. She does what she does. I can't mess with somebody who's that kind of person, that we know to be that kind of person. So you're only setting it up. If that's who she is, that's what she's done, that's her bio, then best believe that you're not, don't be vainglorious enough to think that she won't do it to you. That's how I feel about that, about the dating somebody who actually does the text messages. Like Zion's girl, the girl who's running around doing that cornball stuff, like, to me, she's like, she just killed herself in the eyes of so many dudes. Like, cause she's just a maniac. Like, you're a maniac. Jonah Hill's girl, she leaked stuff from like 4 years ago, bro.
Correct.
So like, I saw that story, and it's like, she leaked stuff from like 4 years ago, and it makes me just think that, are you really leaking this because you're really hurt and you want to get back at somebody, or are you leaking this because you're just looking for some clout? You're looking for some attention. He's moved on. You supposedly have moved on. Y'all aren't together anymore, but you got these text messages from this dude who's a rock star, right? He's a movie star. So now you're just looking to be in the mix, and you just posting stuff because you just feel like it's gonna get you exactly what it's getting her. Like, see, this is the other thing about it. How can you get mad at people for doing that when this is exactly the outcome? We're talking about a lady who we don't even know. We don't even know this woman from a can of paint. And we're talking about her and Jonah Hill. She's obviously in the blogs, which is how we know. So it's like mission accomplished. It's mission accomplished. Regardless of whether the publicity is negative or positive, it's mission accomplished, because she's literally the topic of conversation, and what she shouldn't be, and she wouldn't be had she not leaked those messages. This is why people do what they do. This is exactly why people do what they do. Zion, the girl that did the Zion, the porn star chick, she did that because she was the topic of conversation for 2 weeks, and everybody kept covering her every moment, every text message, every tweet for 2 weeks. And it became a business for her, because as much as she stayed relevant within the blogs, people were looking at her page, her Pornhub, her OnlyFans. It became money. They wanted to know who this girl is that was talking so crazily about Zion. They wanted to do all this stuff, and they were literally subscribing, and she made a boatload of money. It became a business move. This girl with Jonah Hill, it's a business move. They're talking about her more so than anything. She's probably gained hundreds of thousands of followers. She's literally borderline pseudo-celeb right now. So how can you get mad at people for doing it when we give them exactly what they look for?
You finished with your thought?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're right? In pop culture, in the world of media and our news feed, this woman got exactly what it is she wanted. Great. I'm not as concerned about her as I'm concerned about the action. And whether it is her who was dating a A-list celebrity, or if it's Tawana from up the street who was dating Ray Ray, and 2, 3, 4 years later, she leaked his text messages. I just want to know, where are the boundaries anymore? Or is it just fair game? Is that just her exposing him if Tawana feels Ray Ray in some way mentally, verbally, physically abused me, and I'm dealing with this trauma, and this is what I need to do to release myself from being a victim.
If Tawana or whoever does it in the moment, if she does it in the moment, I would be more empathetic to that. Because now it's like you're emotional, you're feeling the hurt is right now. It's in the time, it's in the moment, like it's in the present. And sometimes you can't control your actions in the present. So if you're hurt in the present, then fine. Okay, whatever. Like people go to social media, that's what they do now. I don't think that there's anything anybody can do that's gonna keep people, because that's how people feel like they're being heard. If you're being hurt and I'm abusing you emotionally, physically, mentally, and whatever's going on within the confines of this house, and you don't feel like you're getting the feedback that you need, or you don't feel like the conversations is taking you to a place of help, then you go and you want to talk to everybody. You put it out there for everybody to see. Because now his sisters, his brothers, his everybody seeing it. Okay. 4 years later, bro, 2 years later, 6 months later, 3 months later, that situation's over. If you're still in this situation, it means we probably made up. Which means that you're literally looking for, like I say this to you all the time. Society now prepares for war in times of peace, bro. They prepare for war in times of peace. So when you beefing with somebody, they save that. Like that's the crazy part, is that you would think that they would go boom, you go with it right then. But people like nowadays are saving it for years until it's the right moment. It's the right moment. Jonah Hill got a movie coming out. It's the right moment. So-and-so just got drafted into the NBA or just traded teams. It's the right moment. So-and-so just went public with a new girlfriend. It's the right moment. So you're literally, that makes me feel like it's not about the emotion of it or the hurt of it. It's about the opportunity of it. So,
well, of course, it is the opportunity. It's the opportunity to do damage to someone. Just in the interest of moving this on, because we got a lot to cover, I'm gonna give my thoughts and we'll go to the next topic. Here's my thoughts on this. You know, Rich, it is a scary proposition to date in 2023. It is almost frightening. I almost don't even know how you do it. I am quite sure that I could not be in the dating pool like what SB always say, the dating pool got piss in it. That this is the most pissiest. First and foremost, I would be crucified, me, Sean, if you, Rich, release text messages of me when you worked for me years ago. People would see me blowing up in the moment as your boss, and you're now like, yo, Sean Perez, look what Sean Perez used to put me through. He's an animal. He's like, people would, but the point of the matter I'm trying to make is, those text messages, they are one frame in an entire movie script. It's one scene. So of course, if you show damaging text messages coming from one side with no context, nobody knows how we got to this point. Nobody knows any backstory. Nobody knows anything. But you are showing my response to whatever it was that we were going through in that moment. Of course, you could frame me out to be a complete psychopath and ruin me. And the way people use social media and and use the ability to put things out to the public with completely no context attached to it is horrible. And it's why when you see videos, you know, it's always best to say, yo, you know what? Let's wait. Cops will tell you that all the time. Let's wait. Let's get the whole story before we rush to judgment with any of this stuff. And I can assure you, that is such a red flag for me. Like a lot of things are. But if I ever bumped into a woman, if I was into her, if I was truly into her, and I saw that she exposed her ex, short of this nigga whipping her butt, like in the moment, putting hands on her, treating her like she's a UFC fighter. If it's text message, like, I don't know the context behind that. It's not that I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt, or I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But I don't want to be next. I don't want to say something and 4 years later, 2 years later, 3 weeks later, you having a moment and you put my stuff. For me, I don't know, like I would never date anybody. And I would tell anybody this. If a man did it, for all you women watching, before we switch topics, I come from an era, keep what's in your house in your house. Unless you had to go outside of the four walls in your house, keep your mama out your business, keep your friends out your business, keep this one, because 9 out of 10, number one, y'all are gonna make up and be back together. Now you got them people looking at this person like they the devil. They hate the person, but you back in love with the person, and they hate the person because of you. So sometimes, yo, keep this to yourself. Everything don't need to go outside of your four walls, and short of somebody straight up breaking your jaw, whipping you out, putting hands on you, to put stuff on social media, I think is a terrible, terrible move. And if I'm the dude coming after, I'm not sympathetic. I'm weary. I'm not looking at you and saying, oh man, you know, you was with a real cornball dude. He was abusive, and I'm gonna be better. No, I'm coming in there very, very weary. Like, yo, if you did that to him, you definitely are capable of doing it to me. And as nice as you are, as great as a person you seem to be, to your point, Rich, the best predictor of future behavior is past. And I'm gonna take you at face value. And it's as simple as that.
As you should. That's real shit.
That's my thought. Okay, we got a ton of stuff. Keke Palmer, you familiar with her? Actress Keke Palmer, beautiful brown-skinned woman. Everybody going out to that Usher tour, that Usher concert, his residency. Usher is serenading everybody these days. If you a woman, you come into that concert, Usher serenading. Keke Palmer just recently had a baby. Usher serenaded her, and her baby daddy went on to social media and was like, yo, that outfit though, you a mom. Social media stomped him. He came back and he doubled down. And I want to read his comment because I don't want to take his words out of context. He said, we live in a generation where the man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case. What's your thoughts? Did he jump out the window by going after her, or was he being a man? And yo, I don't want my woman out there showing what she got. That's for me.
The problem with this is she's the celebrity. She's got the fan base. As a man, he's not wrong. As a man, you have your opinion and how you want your house to be run. As a man, you have a baby's mother who just had, you have a woman who just had a baby that you're still with, and y'all are having, like, you have the right to say what you want to say. You have the right to say what you want to say. First mistake is the mistake that you just brought up. He brought it up on social media. He brought it up on social media. So now, Keke Palmer's a huge star. He's not winning that. Just by virtue of, even if it was 50-50, he's not winning that, because women are going to be much more vocal as it pertains to defending another woman. There's this postpartum depression. She's a woman. She wants to do her thing. She's at a concert. She wants to look sexy. She wants to feel good about herself. There's 100 million gazillion reasons why there was no way that this dude was going to win that argument. Now, with that said, I commend him. I commend him for speaking his mind and letting them know and letting it be known how he felt about a situation. I just wish he would have gave it more thought, because he got crucified. And for him to double down on it was probably more about the fact that he got crucified. Like, now you feel like, now I got to jump out the window again and defend myself, because now you idiots are trying to come for me and you don't even know what's going on. Dude was not wrong, bro. He was not wrong. You have every right. But what you just said in the first segment was, tell your wife that. Tell your baby moms that. Tell her that. Yo, Keke, come on. You got me looking crazy out here. Like, Usher serenading you, you hugging on dude. Like, we just had a baby. Like, how does this make me feel to my people? Like, just feel like, just take yourself out of that rock star position that you in amongst the urban culture and put yourself in my position. I'm already playing the background. I'm already lightweight emasculated because you're a star and I'm not. We walk down the streets and people want pictures with you and they ask me to hold the camera. Like, that's the life I live. That's the life I've chosen, right? But we have a baby because we love each other. So the least you could do is not compound it and make it worse for me. Don't make it worse for me that I gotta now go out here when everybody's destroying me because I spoke my mind. He should have just kept it to himself. He should have said what he said to her, and he should have tried to get the rectification, whatever he needed from her, as opposed to going public with it, because there was no wins for that man. There was no wins for some obscure dude who we recognize as Keke Palmer baby daddy. We don't know dude name, we don't know what dude from, we don't know nothing about dude. All we know is that's Keke Palmer baby daddy is tripping on social media right now. There's no way he was winning that. He was going to get smashed no matter how right or wrong he was. He was going to get the same backlash. Shut your mouth. Tell your girl how you feel, especially when you know you're about to put yourself into a position where you can't win. You can't win. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, use your head. Now, what I will say is, maybe he was mad in the moment. He took to social media. I at least give him credit that he ain't bring it up 4 years later. I at least give him credit that he was mad about something in the moment, something that was relevant. You can go to pictures and see yesterday's conference. You can see yesterday's concert. We ain't got to Google 1996 Bad Boy Reunion Tour concert pictures to figure out why you mad at me. At least I give him that. At least I give him that. The dude was mad in the moment. He did what kids today do, and he caught a backlash. He should have kept it to himself and did what you said in the first segment. That's my opinion.
All right. Here's my thoughts. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Let me start there. For anybody who's late, we talked about in the first segment putting your partner on blast in social media, running the social media to express your thoughts when it comes to your relationship. But, you know, with all of this being said, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that, number one, you know, had he waited and dug in her behind when she came home, you know, she would have had to eat that. And I'm gonna tell you why. She know who she's with. She know good and damn well what is appropriate by her man's standards. I'm not saying by society standards, by her man's standards, what's appropriate for her to go out and wear in public. She know that if she with this dude. They probably had a conversation or two about it. So you go to Usher's concert, Usher up when he's singing, your man can't sing, your man know exactly who Usher is. To your point, he automatically feel emasculated, but maybe he don't. Say he's a man's man. Yo, I'm cool. I know who I'm with. You know, you still treat me like I'm head of household. You treat me like I'm the man in this relationship. I think that this man had every right to express how he felt about the way that woman dressed. He just did it wrong. You don't go and take it to social media because now you embarrass her. She's a celebrity. She's an entertainer, and she's a human being. So now, something that should have been personal and private, I got to deal with backlash, because even if I agree with you, even if I look at the dress I was wearing and I say it was revealing, I still got to fight off the thousands of freaking haters that are coming for you. But because I love you, I'm going to take your side in public and fight them off when you just emasculated me. You just made me feel like. So I just think he had right to do it. He just did it the wrong way. And I think that there's a theme between these last two topics. We keep talking about this social media crap. And I get it, it's the world we live in, but some things don't change. What happens in your relationship, it ain't the world's business. It ain't the world's business. I'm sure y'all got close friends, confidants, family members. If you need somebody to call them. But I think homeboy was wrong for the way he handled it. And here's the deal, right? That dude might be very secure in his own skin. I don't know him. Mm-hmm. And that same outfit that she wore, he might be like, yo, if I was with you, I wouldn't even have a problem. I wouldn't. But the fact is, I wasn't with you. And you got Usher grinding on you, singing songs that I done smashed other chicks to in your ear. like this nigga Usher giving Usher know he done made music that everybody done smashed to, and now he gonna sing in your girl's ear, and I gotta watch this knowing I used to beat up my ex to
that ready.
Confessions? Like, come on, man. You put me in a bad situation. It is what it is. All right, what's next? Because we got so much dope stuff to talk about. Yo, Rich, I don't even know if this is a fake video or not, but it's kind of in the same realm. Did you see that video floating around with Beyonce showing her box on stage?
Was that a malfunction or that was real? That was that. I mean, number one, okay, let's be clear. She's done too many. Yeah, I saw. I said it to you. She's done too many shows. She knows that that's definitely visible. And if she did it, it was 100% on purpose. You can't tell me otherwise.
Thank you, thank you. But go ahead. I want to go ahead.
Now, with that being said, it could have been photoshopped. It could have been anything with this generation of
They could Photoshop videos like that.
Yeah,
That
you can make.
That was a straight video
that
she reacted to. So if they Photoshopped
did she react to it? Did she react to it?
Yes.
What did she say?
She reacted to it.
What did she say? It was a mistake?
No. Oh, no. She got up, covered herself up, and walked over there kind of with the dumb smile.
Bro.
Like I know I just had a wardrobe malfunction.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's no way you can tell me that somebody who is as meticulous about her show as Beyonce, having done these shows around the country since she was freaking 6 years old, you cannot tell me that grown woman didn't sit up on that stage and know that her vagina was about to be visible to the people that are below her, looking up at her.
Yo, how was they looking? How was they looking?
So, with that being said, I would never think that Beyonce, she doesn't need the exposure. She doesn't need the press. She doesn't need anything. She's racking up hundreds of millions of dollars on this tour. But under the circumstances, I have to be like, yo, B was showing the kitty off.
You know, Rich, I'm not even gonna comment on this because I just threw it into the conversation. Here's one of them things, right? Jay and Beyonce, they know the rules. They don't never put their business in the street. And if that is real, I can assure you, she had a very long night because Jay, he knows exactly what you know because he's been on stage for the last 30 years. And he knows she's been on stage the last 30 years. So she had a very long night. It wasn't no accident about Beyonce showing that box. It's impossible. I'm gonna play something for you, all right?
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it. Tell if y'all can hear this, please hit the hearts. Let me know that this thing is loud and clear.
Countdown and run the boat. They saving in the mail or with a countdown and run the boat.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why that account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account? I don't know.
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here for nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of account. I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't
This
tell
is
me
working
you're
for you. This ain't working for
It is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What's the problem?
you. need to be a problem.
What's wrong with me?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you in the account.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not arguing with you about money.
You are so.
No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us, are you serious? You guys are putting
Everything you do for me. Everything you do for me. I'm the one working. Got a bank statement in the mail with a countdown and run the boat.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account? I don't know.
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not going to be out here for nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of account. I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want? Don't
This
tell
is
me
working for you.
I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What's the problem?
You need to be a problem.
What's wrong with me?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you in the account. Got a basic.
Okay. I'm sure you got some thoughts on that. Let's hear it.
Okay. I posted something today. And it was funny that you played this video because it wasn't directly related to this video. I wasn't thinking this video when I posted it, But I posted something and I said, I thought we were supposed to be building, not me giving you. Building a life, not me giving you one. I thought we were supposed to be building a life, not me giving you one.
That's hard.
Yeah. So, but this is the type of stuff that comes to mind when I think that. What makes me think that? Dog, like, do you understand how crazily disrespectful and dishonest and deceitful and just so 2023 that is, bro? She is literally, and the crazy part is, the sad part is, this is where you need women. See, this is the part of the game where you need women to attack her. A man attacking her under these circumstances does not have the same effect. A woman, women need to go and understand that when men treat you the way they treat you, it's because of this. Some unsuspecting man was sitting in his computer today playing the internet, and this came across his page. How can you not walk away from that having thought to yourself, this is absolutely insanity, that this woman is sitting in there and she's talking about, don't come at me about taking money out of our joint account that you're putting the money in and putting it into a personal account just in case we break up. I need to be good. Yo, Sean, on how many levels does that sound crazy? Let's just pair. Let me just, yo, don't come at me. You have no right. Slow your roll, dude. Don't come at me about taking money out of our account and sneaking it into another account that you don't know about. Because if something ever happens with us, I need to be good. Men attacking that woman, it does not, like women. I'm saying this with all due disrespect. If you want fellas to treat you like this, then defend her. Then defend her. Yo, he could be doing something. He could leave her. She probably taking care of kids. I can think of 50 ridiculous rationale reasons that y'all can rationalize this stupidity. It takes women to come for her, because this is why dudes do what they do. This is why dudes don't want to get married. This is why dudes treat you the way they treat you. This is why dudes don't trust. This is why dudes go through life and be like, why would I ever put my name on paperwork with her when I know that she's going to walk away from me? She is literally preparing for her exit. She is creating her exit strategy. She's in the middle of a marriage when this dude apparently hasn't done anything wrong, or else I'm sure the video would have encapsulated. I'm sure the video would have been like, well, you cheated. Well, you did this. Well, she didn't say any of that. So I almost have to think that this dude isn't doing anything wrong. He just was coming from the mailbox and saw a letter from TD Bank and decided to crack it and realized that she'd been taking money out of his account and putting it into another private account. Bro, that's insanity. You are literally creating your exit strategy as we are okay. We are doing good. We are putting money and saving and trying to get our life on track. And you are literally stealing money from me for your exit strategy. How does this relationship ever have a chance to ever be something that's forever when you're creating your exit strategy in times of peace? That's the illest crap I've ever seen. And for me to read the comments and see that women were justifying it, and that's the problem with women these days, bro. Y'all gotta stop just justifying everything, because everything a woman do ain't right just because she a woman to a woman. That's not the way this life works. Everything Sean do don't make Sean right just because Sean my friend. That I'm gonna pull you to the side and I'm gonna pull your coattail and be like, yo, dog, you was wrong. Women in this day and age justify women just because they women. And y'all want to ride together. You want to ride because you just feel like the dudes are the enemy. So you just want to ride, and this woman is dead wrong. And if women don't act like this woman is dead wrong, don't say nothing when dudes shit on you. Because this is why. This right here, this video is exactly why. That's my tirade.
Tell them how you really feel, Rich. Tell them how you... Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, Rich. And me and you, we ain't spring chickens. We've been around. But this ain't a 2023 thing. It's not. Women have been doing this. If women on this live, if y'all agree where I'm about to go, please let me know. If you don't, slay me in the comments. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Rich. This been going on and encouraged by older, sour women for years. Older, sour women have been telling younger women, you need to make sure you got something in case this thing don't work out. They have been given that direction by women. This girl just got caught, but don't think for 5 minutes that what she was doing, there are not thousands, if not tens of thousands of women right now today that got a secret stash that they man don't know nothing about, that they are making sure that their nest egg is nice and fat just in case this don't work out. So let me start there. What that woman did is indefensible. It is. But is she the only woman that has done it? Is she the only woman that's doing it? And she 9 out of 10 got it from the OGs. It ain't even like she's defending it because it's been brainwashed into her head for years by women that she look up to. And that's true. But where I want to go is what you said. If I don't know nothing about relationships, I know what I'm about to say. There's no relationship on planet Earth that can survive if you ain't got 100% of you, mind, body, and soul, all the way in it. And when you got 1 foot at the door, preparing for the day that things might go wrong, I can assure you that day will come, because the 50% of you that's preparing for the day that stuff might go wrong is 50% of you that is not preparing for making sure that everything is right. And when these relationships, when they eventually end, the woman who was preparing in good times, for good times, you know what she says to herself? Thank God I put this money away. Thank God I listened to Big Shirley or whoever, my mama or whoever.
Not Big Shirley.
Big Shirley, to make sure I was good. Instead of looking in the mirror and saying, I invested so much time mentally and the energy that that I was bringing into this relationship. I invested so much time that it was going to go wrong, and it eventually did. But I'm telling you, I don't believe. That woman ain't doing nothing new. She just got caught, and she was bold enough to speak her truth. But there are so many women who feel exactly the way she do. So it don't. So I didn't read the comments, but does it surprise me that women are standing up for her? Hell no, because and maybe I'm just old or maybe I'm naive, but I don't go into a situation expecting that it's gonna go bad. And that's no situation. If it's a business deal, I'm all the way in. I expect that, we gonna make a lot of money out of this. I'm giving 200% because I believe in what we doing. Let's go get this paper. You think I'm gonna come into a relationship half-ass? It doesn't work. Relationships are too hard. The relationships require too much. And for you to always have the idea that I need to be preparing for the day that this thing ends, if one thing I can assure you, that day will come because you're living a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's as real as I could put it. But you welcome to chime back in before we go to the next topic.
Nah, that's the realest shit ever. You're right. You said it the only one best way to say it, bro. If you're doing anything with 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you are destined for failure because life is too hard. Everything that we do is too hard for you to only be given partial effort. Like, if you are already assuming that you are making an exit plan, how could you possibly have sustainability if you are creating an exit plan at the entrance?
At the entrance. But you want to know what's the crazy part, Rich? I don't even know if y'all caught this. The woman had 22,000 that she took from the joint account.
Yes.
Like she somehow pilfered, I don't even know how this dude didn't catch that 22,000. I'm the only one working here. How does $22,000 leave our joint account and I miss it? That's the craziest part.
He probably wasn't paying attention. He couldn't have been paying attention. He probably that dude that come home and be like, yo, babe, here, take care of the bills, here. And she just like, all right, he ain't never gonna see. So by the time he sees, it's gonna be because something's going bad. In her mind, that's what she's thinking. When he sees this, it's gonna be because something happened that went bad. And by then he already beat. I'm already moved on. I'm gone. By then it was 50,000. By then it's 100,000. Whatever the case may be, because he probably is that dude that literally come home and be like, yo, babe, here, take care of the bills. So in her mind, he ain't never gonna look. Dude, in the video, he said it. He said, I was literally coming from the mailbox. He just happened to open the thing. It wasn't even like I look, I see this. He was literally on some by chance. I saw something from the bank and I was like, well, what is this? So she got caught slipping. She didn't check the mail. That's the only reason she caught.
Yeah. Do you understand? Do you understand that that if she had done this to anybody else, this is felony theft? Like she straight up. Yes. This is a felony charge. This ain't no misdemeanor. Like this is grand larceny. Like homegirl, $22,000. Like at what point was you gonna stop? That's the crazy. And here's what's even more crazier. The nigga can't get his money back.
No.
He ain't got no access to that account. He can go up there, bang on the door, talk about, yo, that's my money, and they're gonna say your name ain't on the account. So he gotta go through the same deceitful chick and pray to God that she has a different mindset in the morning to give them back their money. And she's gonna be like, hell no.
That's what I was gonna ask you. That was my next question. Does she return the money? Now that I'm caught, or are you just beat? Now, my next question is, how do I lay down with you, sleep with you, come home to you, knowing that you just beat me for 22 stacks? How do I come, like, where do we go? Like, the next question is, where do we go from here? Because my sister's is on the way over here. Like, that's the only thing I can think. I can't put my hands on you, but I promise to God my sister's on their way over here. Where do we go from here? Because now that I know that you did that, where do we go from here? Are you giving me my money back? Am I just beat? Like, what's the conversation? Like, what's the next conversation?
Okay, here's the deal. Let me ask you. Say she did give him the money back. Where do you go from there?
You know where I go? I wait 3 days, and I go up there, and I clean it all out. And now, bye-bye. You can't, there's no way there's lines that you can't come back from, bro. You can't come back from that. You can, even if you said, baby, I'm right, you're right, I'm wrong, I'm going to put the money back, you got it, I don't want no problems, you got it. I love you, I don't want this. My next move is, okay, all right, babe, put the money back. Like, I don't believe you would do that. I love you. Why would you do that? You know I would never leave you like that. And as soon as I see the little notification on my phone, on my watch that say 22K hit the count, I'm in there tomorrow morning at 9:30. Yo, give me all that. I need all that. I need all that. Clear it. I need $30 in there. How much it costs to keep this account open? $110? Say less. That's what needs to stay in there. Otherwise, give me all that.
I think that was such a violation on that woman's part. But the crazy part, Rich, she believed in what she was doing. Like, really think of the mindset. Like, she believes in what she was doing. You can leave me. I gotta make sure if you ever walk out on me, I'm good. And I made it to $22,000. Me, Sean, I just want to know at what point was it going to stop? At what point do you say, I got my nest egg and I can stop stealing from this? I can stop stealing from us, because he was looking at it as us. At what point did I wonder if that woman even had a end goal? Or was it just going to be she keeps seeing that account and saying, yo, you know what? It's looking fat over there. I might as well keep doing this. I ain't been caught yet. It's crazy.
She had access to the money. That's all I can think, Sean, is that she was like, yo, I'm going to get away with this. I'm going to tear his ass up. Pause. But I'm going to take this man's money every chance I get, and he's never going to know. And if anything ever happens bad, then that means he found out. But it's too late. Like right now, it's too late. You got beat for 22. It's better than being beat for 122, I imagine, right?
You know, Rich, it's no surprise that so many relationships fail. It's no surprise that so many marriages end in divorce. If we could sum up this conversation, we're talking about this cash in 22,000, which is literally grand larceny. It is felony theft. But it really comes down to how does any relationship stand a chance if your energy is focused on when it ends, as opposed to making sure that it never ends. I'm gonna pour as much into this relationship and make sure that this is the happiest home. Make sure that my man, when he looks at me, he still sees the most beautiful person on earth. He sees the woman that he married. Matter of fact, he's more attracted to me than the woman that I was on our wedding day. I'm gonna continue to pour into myself to grow as a human being. I'm gonna make sure that we both are well-read, well-traveled, that our health is good. That woman is a stay-at-home wife. The man said, I work. So instead of her using her energy to make sure that their relationship continues to blossom, she just poured her energy into all the wrong things. And I just think that I hope anybody who's listening, and I'm gonna end it here. When any of us get into a relationship, you're vulnerable. You are vulnerable. There is a chance that you might get hurt. But if that person that you are willing to take the chance with, if you're willing to take the chance with him, maybe it's willing. He's worth you giving that 100%. He's worth you seeing to it that he gives 100%, and y'all build something that is sustainable and can last. But I don't know. It's just the time we live in. But anyway, let's open these phone lines up because we can go into the next comment. But truth be told, we got 5 more minutes.
We got.
Do you want to stop this thing? You think IG is gonna stop you?
I hit him up I hit him up last week after we got off and sent them and asked them the question again, and they said they shouldn't be doing that, but obviously it is. So I mean, if we want to
let's try to go on.
Let's go into something else before we open up lines, because we only got a minute and a half before it clicks off anyway.
Let me just give the rules to the lines. So even if it's cut off, it's knocked out the way. Okay, now's the part of our show where we open the phone lines up. So if you're trying to get in on this conversation, please hit the plus button below. That is the request button. It lets us know that you want to be part of tonight's live and you want to come into the conversation. With that being said, you must be in a well-lit area. Secondly, you must be willing to speak into the camera. We do not speak to empty screens. Thirdly, you must be somewhere with good Wi-Fi or good cellular service. And lastly, you must, in truth be told, we enjoy you guys coming in and giving us your thoughts on things that we spoke about earlier in the evening. But you must end it with a question, because the purpose of this part of the show is to allow women who are really trying to understand issues that they're going through, to allow them to speak to men that don't have no dog in that fight, that's just going to give them the honest truth. So if you do get in, there's probably a slot from somebody who wanted to get in and ask a question that wasn't able to. So if you ask the question, maybe you'll be able to help somebody who couldn't get through or was too afraid to jump into this live with us. And that's that. Let's open up the phone lines, or do you want to start again?
Guys, if we get disconnected right now, please, I'm looking at the plus button. Hit the plus button in the camera when we come back. If we get disconnected, I'm logging right back on. Hit the plus button in the camera, because I'm looking at about 45 people in there right now. And then once I get disconnected, I lose you all. So please, if you are going to want to get into this conversation, we're going to be right back if we get disconnected. So let me go ahead and I'll pick somebody and then we can go. Renee Rogers, are you in the room? Renee, if we get disconnected, come right back and we can start this live over again. Just give me a chance to save it. And we can
dang. Okay.
What's going on, Mama?
Hello. Hello.
Where you calling from?
Now, I really was not expecting to jump in, but okay, we here.
Where you coming in from?
I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
And your name is?
Renee Rogers, lady name from VA. Okay, let me get in a better lighting because I was just chilling.
Renee, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
If you didn't expect to get into the conversation, why did you hit the plus button?
You know what? Because right now, IG has so many different people, different characters, and different topics going on. It's like going through the TV station, you know, going through 13, 10, well, going through your TV station. So it has to be topics that I would plug into or want to listen to that matters. This world right now is such in a, I'm trying to stop cursing. It's in such a effed up way that you have to focus on your energy, where your energy is going, and plug in to new things. Right now, IG and all this is going on with Instagram and Elon Musk and all. You have to plug in. You have to stay focused. But
Renee, what are you talking
it matters where your energy is, and y'all energy is great. Rich, I've been watching. I've been following you. I didn't know who you were for real until, you know, all of the
I think you missed my
lives. Yeah. All that crazy.
I think you missed my question. My question was, no, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But you said when you first logged on, you said, "Oh, I didn't expect to be on here."
No, I wasn't.
So why?
But why did I request? I mean, why not?
Why would you hit a request button to get into a conversation that you weren't expecting to be a part of?
Well, the comments and everything we were talking about, I just didn't expect that. You have so many followers. I just didn't think you was gonna pick me.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't deserve it.
Understood. Okay, so it looks like maybe IG fixed it. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe they didn't. But go ahead and hit us with the question. What did you have on your mind? Well,
this was the thing. You know, my ex-husband or whatever, I was making more money. Okay, so my question to you men, because you say you have to end with a question. So I'm gonna make a statement and then I'm gonna end with a question. My statement is, it's not just all women who are trying to be out and getting things or expecting, you know, whatever. My ex took 30 G's from me. I put him through school because he wanted to get his truck drivers, he wanted to get his CDLs, and I was making money. My question is, why do men have a problem if a woman is making more money than them? Although we're all in. Women are natural nurturers. But for some reason, men have a problem if the woman makes more money. Why is that?
Well, as perfect timing goes, I'll let people get in the room. I'll let people get in. So it's 35. As perfect timing goes, that was perfect timing. So I will reiterate. I will ask the question again. I will tell you all again. If you want to get into the conversation, please hit the plus button inside of the camera. Hit the plus button inside of the camera. Renee, that's a good question. So please, Renee, please, if you log back in, we're back. IG fooled me. IG tricked me. They made me feel like we was good, and then they shitted on me. But Renee, if you back in the conversation, please come on back. Sherrod, what up? I see you, Sherrod. If you back in the conversation, Renee, come back in real quick. Let me get Prez in. Please come back. That was a good question, and I would like to answer it. So let's get Renee back in the mix. That was perfect timing.
It's perfect time.
If it couldn't have been done better. But Renee, we need you back in the conversation, girl. Where you at? So you had a good question, and now she ain't.
Let's not answer it. Let's let somebody else in, and we'll wait for her to get back in and bring her back in, because that was a good question.
Nicole Sims. Nicole Sims. Nicole Sims, are you in the room? Nicole Sims. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I'm listening right now.
Excuse me?
I'm just listening.
Okay, but you hit a request, Nicole, like, Denisha Victory. Denisha Victory, just Nisha J. Just Nisha J. We lost Renee. Renee, where you at? Nisha J. What's up? Okay. Nisha, what's up? Where you calling from, love?
I'm calling from Houston by ways of Memphis, Tennessee.
M-Town, what up, M-Town? Westwood.
I'm also AKA Pretty Love. Pretty Love. So I have, just like the last lady, I have a comment, but I also have a question. So my comment is, I know y'all were saying that this has been going on for a long time where women have been taking money and putting it aside. I remember back in the day, my grandmother, she would do that, but it was for a different purpose. Like she would take money and put it aside in case for emergencies. But my granddaddy had a gambling habit, so she never told him about it. And so when he got hurt and couldn't work, you know, that's when that money came in handy, and she dug into it for bills, food, until he was able to go back to work because she was in nursing school. So I don't know when it transitioned into women taking money and putting it aside for themselves. I don't think that it's always been for that though. I think just back in the day, the nest egg was just for the nest, you know, in case of emergencies or rainy day. I know back in the day with Black families, a lot of the husbands would get laid off for a period of time, so they would have that money to fall back on. But I also know that there was a lot of gambling going on, a lot of, you know, unnecessary spending back in the day. But my question is, do y'all think that y'all could probably give a period of time in when women actually started? Because I felt like it was a new thing, you know, where women started putting money aside for themselves. I don't feel like that's something that they've always done for themselves. I really feel like that's something that started like past the 80s, you know, because the 70s was hard, so wasn't no money really to be putting aside like that for Black families. And the 60s and backwards, you know, those when families were close knitted, even though men had several families spread it across, you know, they would give to each family, but women were using that money to take care of the household. So do y'all think that that's something more newer now that you think about it, or do you still maintain the same aspect that's been going on for centuries or for years?
I'll let Sean start with that.
What's your name again, girl?
Denisha, or you could just call me Nisha.
What up, Nisha?
Hey.
You know, I'm sure your grandmama was a beautiful, loving woman. I'm sure she held the family down, and I'm sure when your grandfather got laid off, she used the money in the way that it should be used, which was for the household.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also sure that rainy day fund was not just in case granddaddy got laid off. It wasn't just in case, you know, the light bills wasn't paid. It was just in case. It was just in case, fill in the blanks. If granddaddy was out there gambling and drinking and wound up slipping his thing into somebody else, grandma wanted to make sure she had a nest egg so she could bounce. This is I don't think for 2 seconds that your grandmother was a bad woman. Actually, you probably think she was a good woman.
I mean, I can't say she was, because when she left with her job and her money, and she didn't even file for spousal support, and she never received child support. He paid it on his own. So I can't agree, just because simply I know for a fact, like when she left, whatever they had together, they split, and she was working as a nurse by then. Like, so she had money, he had money.
Okay, was he working? Was he
Yeah,
working when they split?
Still working.
He was working. Okay, that's good to know. But here's the deal, and then I'll pass it to Rich. You know, and maybe I'm just cynical, but I come from a black family just like you. I grew up in the South Bronx where it's nothing but Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me when I tell you, if and it's not even I don't even look at it as a bad thing, but all the older women were telling the younger women, tell the younger women, you got to make sure you're good. So even when your grandmother left your grandfather or they split up and she didn't take alimony, spousal support, maybe she got it over the 20 years of her tucking away a few dollars here, a few dollars there that she didn't tell y'all about. But on the surface, it just looked like she was a damn good woman, but she knew she had that side bank account that she was good, like long before he realized that you know they was ever gonna break up. But you know, it could just be me, and I could tell you this. Like I said, I can
definitely take what you're saying into consideration.
Yeah, like,
you know, as kids, we don't know everything, but
exactly.
I do know. You know, I was there for the process, so you know. But I definitely can take in what you're saying, because I mean, that could be a thing. Like that could have really happened.
So, Rich, you can give your thoughts, but that, you know, I stand by what I said.
So I see three different things. So let's start here. In FYI, we are an hour and 15 minutes into this conversation, and I have not said N or B. So my brother,
no, you said the N word.
No, I haven't.
Oh yes, you did. Oh, if y'all heard Rich say the N word, hit 100, hit the 100. You lost. I meant to tell you in real time, but you was going over.
The N word?
Yeah, you said it. So you
owe me
some money.
I'm gonna listen to this whole thing. So there's three different things that I have. The first one was when we did the conversation with the woman. She specifically said, I am saving up money. I am taking your money in case something happened between us. I am taking your money just to make sure if something happens between us, I'm not leaving this thing.
Right.
That's the issue with me. Now, we all come from where we come from. We all understand protecting somebody from each other, from themselves, from themselves. You want to protect somebody from themselves. So I understand grandma when grandpa got a gambling habit and he could literally gamble our lives away, right? He could gamble our family's well-being away. Right. I understand that if I'm the matriarch of this family and I'm taking care of it, and if everybody's my responsibility, then I will protect you from yourself. I will make sure that you will not take this family down with you, because that's why I'm here, to be your better half and to make sure that we are going to be okay. Right. Understood. So there's two parts. The woman, dead wrong, because that's not what she said. And believe you me, if that was her motivation, she would have said that. She would have been like, yo, you out here cheating, you out here buying women, you out here yada, yada, yada. Whatever his issue were, she would have made that known, because she made it known exactly what she was doing. So if she was doing something crooked and she made that known, then why wouldn't she make it known that she was doing something that was beneficial and trying to save her?
She definitely stated her motive. She definitely stated her motive.
So now, that's the first part. Second part is grandma and being that rock and being able to protect you from yourself. The third part is, I agree with Sean to some degree as well, that there is this thing where women, that is part of our history. That is part of history, that they will take a little bit out, and they will not as blatant as $22,000, because in order for me to not see or notice $22,000, I gotta have a couple M's. I gotta have a couple M's. I'm gonna notice $22,000. I'm gonna notice a new Wrangler's gone. Yeah. Right? She was blatant about it, but women have been doing that forever. Phone, cable bill $250, $350. Light bill $190, $250.
Oh, hair.
Groceries.
Hair be $250, and they tell their boyfriend is $350.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my point. So they've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
And it might not even be no crooked stuff. It might be, I want to get my nails done. He be tripping.
I wouldn't make
he
any
be tripping.
excuse though. I wouldn't make any excuse. Like when I said that about my grandmother, I was just giving another side to it because, you know, when y'all put the time frame in there. And I know back then that's what women used to do back then. But
I mean,
as far as her,
protecting
I
their
can't make no
families now.
excuses for her because that was just
No,
go
we're
down. I don't care if you
saying
need
you
your
making
nails
excuses
done.
for
get your
Brandy.
nails
We're
done.
not saying that.
Oh.
We're not saying you making excuses. We're just saying that there's women that protecting their family right now. As we sit here on this live right now, there's a woman out there whose husband is going to Vegas and gambling and snorting cocaine and having sex with prostitutes.
Right.
And she needs to protect her family from that, especially if she's not leaving that man.
Right.
Okay, can I ask both of y'all a question? Let's say a woman let's say Granny is protecting her family and she got a little protect my family fund, right? But the lights don't ever go off. Her husband, grandpa, don't never lose his job. But they eventually get divorced. Do you think she's gonna say, you know what? That money I had put aside for the rainy day of when those lights was gonna go off, I'm just gonna let him know now that we getting divorced that I got $22,000 sitting over here.
I'll be honest with you and tell you, my grandma not gonna do that. I know Suge. My grandma named Suge for a reason. No, she's not gonna do that.
Well,
that's why I said I can agree with you and see where you're coming from when you made the statement because you actually made me look at it like that. That's actually what popped up in my head. No, I know my grandma. She's definitely not going to give it back if she got his ass is going with her.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree that grandma's not going to say that.
Yeah.
The difference is grandma's not going to say, yo, I got 22 racks. If something happens and that money's never, ever, years later, and that money is just accumulated in some, hidden in some TV in the back room, then, okay, fine. There's a difference between that and actually creating an exit strategy.
Yeah.
Now I can't even be mad at grandma if she's been putting money away because I'm a gambling addict, but we've been staying above water for all these years, and I'm still there, and she's still there, and 50 years later, we still there. And you got a nest egg, then
I mean, they only got divorced because he kept having children, and all the kids started coming to her house. Like my granddaddy has 8 kids outside of out of their marriage, so it was like, okay,
stop.
I don't
Stop there. You really think that grandma was putting away money in case the lights went out, and that man had 8 kids outside?
She wasn't working, and when it actually happened, when it actually got to a point where he couldn't work, that's where the money went.
Oh, hold on. You think that woman was putting away money when not 1 kid, not 2 kids, not 3 kids, but 8 kids outside of their marriage showed up at her front door? Do you think she would really think about them light bills?
I mean, yeah. Because she didn't have my grandma. So
you should have led with that.
I think the way my grandmother was, the way she is, like she really didn't care. Because you have to think, I'm talking about my grandmother. Women didn't just leave their husbands back in the day. It wasn't no leaving. You know, it wasn't until stuff started getting physical to where she was ready to go. Like it wasn't no leaving. Women didn't leave their husbands back then. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So she didn't have an exit plan in her head at all. But when it got physical, she had to go. You know, I mean, I understand that because that's why I left my ex-husband. I didn't take nothing with me because he ain't had nothing to take. Sorry, I was the breadwinner. But yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I just don't see that because
you ain't
no.
supposed to see it. You her granddaughter. You her granddaughter. You ain't supposed to see it. It's as simple as that. like to you, grandma made you sweet potato pie, and she had the best mac and cheese in the family. You ain't supposed to see it. Grandma knew what she was doing. She wasn't stupid. Come on.
I get
But
it.
anyway, thanks for calling, Nisha.
All right.
We appreciate you, girl.
All
right,
right, y'all.
Nisha.
Take care.
And quiet is kept. I wouldn't be surprised if Granny was getting a little something from the homeboy next door. Like it ain't but so many times a nigga gonna come up in that house with a kid from the outside and you choosing to stay that you don't say to yourself, oh, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So I know Nisha look at her grandmother like Granny wasn't doing nothing, but Granny had a whole secret life you ain't know about. But that's a whole different thing.
Nisha should have led with the 8 kids and all that.
Exactly.
A little bit. But what's up, man? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Goddess, and I'm calling from California, but I'm from St. Louis.
What's up, Goddess?
How you doing, Rich?
Good.
Hi. So I wanted to kind of piggyback. On what old babe said. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to piggyback. Now, granted, as the granddaughter, no, she probably did not like make that known that she was hiding money, but let's keep this 100, ladies. Most women, if they see their men doing something that they don't like, that they don't want to, be a part of in the future, they're going to literally save money. It's an automatic for exit plan. That's an automatic, because if you don't, you're gonna look dumb. Like, you ever seen Waiting to Exhale? That woman ain't saved no money. Every woman that's seen that movie, that woman didn't save no money. She had to fight for her money, and she struggled. That's the reason why women do it. Now, granted, is it right to literally tell a man, hey, look, this is what I'm doing? No, you're not supposed to tell that man that, because that's wrong to tell him that. You don't do that. That's mean. But as far as like women saving money, they do it.
I can't let you go. I gotta stop you right there for 1 second. So it's mean to let him know that you taking his money, but it's not mean to actually take his money.
You mean by stealing it from him and he didn't give it to you?
You just said
No.
You just said a woman's exit strategy is to take the money once she starts to see that he's doing something that he ain't got no business doing. So then
No,
you said,
save the money.
Save the money.
Save the money, not take it. So, like
Okay,
you said,
all right, go ahead. My
your
bad.
nails might be, you might need $20. You ask for 40. Put the other to the side.
That's
Is that stealing?
That's stealing.
To me.
That's stealing.
Oh, that's
What's
a
your
different perspective.
definition of stealing?
When you take something that didn't nobody tell you you can have.
Well,
Like, meaning they're telling, like, that's what definition of stealing to me. Like, you're literally taking something from somebody that they literally didn't give you permission to get it. I mean, because my thing is, if you ask somebody for help, does it really, do it really matters how much it costs? Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm gonna put it like this. Like, let's just say, I say, hey, I need 300, but I really need 2. Now, granted, 2 gonna take care of just that bill, but after that, I'm probably not gonna have nothing else to do something else with, and I still need that as well. Is that really, is that stealing? Because I still need it. It just ain't the whole amount for that particular thing.
Listen, it is stealing. I understand. I understand you want to play with semantics and you trying to make this sound like a little white lie. It is stealing. It is just as simple as that. So we can go on from there. It's stealing. Do you have it? It looked like she froze up.
Yo, my man. Well, I'm hoping she comes back, but until she does, I will speak. Sean. Okay, you're welcome back. You do realize that everything you just said is what's wrong with relationships today. Everything, your internet is going in and out, beloved. You need to fix that, because I want to finish this conversation. Everything you just said is what's wrong with relationships. You literally just tried to justify taking a man's money and making it so it was like minuscule. Like, yo, if I asked for 300 and I only needed 200, What's wrong with that? What do you mean, what's wrong with that? What do you mean, what's wrong with that? If you were a child and your mother said, and you said, Mommy, I need some new sneakers. And your mother was like, how much are the sneakers? And you're like, they cost $250. And she was like, here go $250. And you went out there and you bought a pair of sneakers for $180. And by some sliver of a chance, your mother was looking through the internet or looking through the magazines and saw that those sneakers cost $180. Would she tear your ass up or not? You would be okay? She'd be like, oh, you just hustle. You just hustler, baby. I'm raising a hustler. That's what your mother would say to you? Oh, I'm just raising a hustler, girl. You gonna
No, with my mama, she would actually probably be upset. She would feel like she was lied to.
So now what's the difference between a man who gives you money, who's taking care of you? Because by virtue of the facts that you just said that man gave you what you needed for whatever you needed it for, means that he's taking care of you. He looked out for you. He gave you what you asked for whatever you needed it for. And you deceived him by asking for more. And you are trying to justify that by making it seem like it's just a little white lie. What do you mean? I said I needed my nails done, but I also needed my nails done and to put $100 in my pocket. You don't think that there's something wrong with that?
When you said that way, then yeah. When you said that way, then yeah. But I never really looked at it like that because I've never been the type to really be like, because I've seen women do it, but I've never been the type to be like, oh, I need, for so and so. I literally just asked for the money. Like, as far as what I need it for, I don't feel like that's really any of your damn business.
So you're supposed to just, okay, all right, well, yeah, well, if that's how your relationships work.
I mean, if you want to ask, then I'm gonna tell you, hey, I need it for this, and I want a little extra. If you don't want to give me that extra, that's up to you.
Okay.
But as far as like I've seen other women, I've never really done it, so I never really thought about it
Just in the
like that. That is kind of wrong.
Just in the interest of time, do you have a question? Because if not, we gotta keep this thing moving.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for letting me in.
Thank you for calling in. Good point though. But I hope we was able to show you that that's stealing, just in case you think about doing that in the future.
Yeah, I might want to tell my homegirls not to do that no more. But yeah.
Okay.
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead and let the next caller in, but
I wonder where Renee went. Renee, if you in the room, I would like to finish that conversation. But she's not, send a request. What's up, beloved? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Rich. Hey, Sean. Y'all see me before. And that girl is totally right. It ain't none of your business as to how much money I asked for and what I'm doing with it. Put it that way.
okay, you gonna tell us where you calling from?
Jersey.
So
That's it, and that's all. I ain't far.
okay, go ahead.
But I did have a question. So like this new generation, I'm 37 years old. I can't get with y'all new generation, but I don't like asking a guy out on a date. It makes me less interested. You guys feel the same way?
What do you mean?
You guys feel the same way? Like I'm expecting a guy to ask me out on a date. That's how I grew up, honestly. But now this new age, guys want to be finessed a little bit. They want a woman to come up to them and be like, hey, baby, you look good. You want to go on a date with me? And I'm like, whoa, that's just a little too masculine for me. But that's what these new niggas like. They like that shit. They want to be pressed up on and, it's like a role change and I ain't feeling it. But my question is, do y'all feel the same way? Like, do y'all get less interested? Well, maybe I can't ask y'all because y'all are the older version, but these young guys, are they less interested when they ask a woman out on a date? And what would you tell your daughter if she told you this? Like, Dad, man, damn, I don't want to ask these dudes out on a date. I feel I'm less interested now because I had to be the one to be like, you know, take the initiative. How do y'all feel? Or what would you tell your daughter?
Sean, you want to go first?
You can. It's up to you.
All right. Well, here's my thing. I'm gonna keep it simple. I do think that there's a paradigm switch. I do think that the paradigm is shifting. I do think that men are not as masculine as you say it. Me and Sean, the older version, like we fucking
Right.
50 centuries old around this piece of something. But shout out to my brother Renell. But I do feel like there's a switch. I do feel like dudes are not as masculine as they were. I do feel like dudes want to be courted, and I think that that's a little bit weird. So yes, but I don't think there's something wrong with a woman who sees something and decides that that's what she wants and she goes after what she wants. I don't think there's nothing wrong. I think the weird part for me is when dudes are looking for the admiration of women. Like, I need her to come up to me. I think that's the weird part. Like, but in the same sentence, I can say that I think that a woman who says, "Oh, he's attractive across the room," in 2023, you go for what you know. If you like her, then go. If you like him, then speak your mind. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman who's aggressively sees somebody and is like, yo, now, back in the day, it might have been emasculating for a woman to come up to a man and be like, yo, what's up? Make a man feel like a sucker. Make him feel like he's feminine. But apparently, in 2023, dudes are feminine. So they cool with it. Yeah. They cool with it.
That's why I'm single.
I can't tell a woman, just like I would not tell a woman. If my daughter came up to me, like you said, if my daughter came up to me and asked me that same question, and she was like, yo, Dad, these dudes out here be wanting me to come up to them. And I'd be like, well, if you want them, then you when in Rome, you got to say there's Romans.
Right.
Or you're going to find
that.
yourself by yourself. You're going to find yourself out of a relationship. If that's what people are doing now, you got to play the game the way it's supposed to be played today. You can't get mad. I can't get mad at basketball because Steph Curry shooting 30-foot jump shots. That's the way the game is played today. When I grew up, people didn't do that. But they do today. So I can't get mad at how the game is played today. You got to play the game the way it is. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think the game of basketball is a little bit messed up because of it. But at the end of the day, I got to acknowledge that the way dudes move today is there was a thing. I'll give you an example right here.
Right.
Jay-Z once said, "I never wear skinny jeans." Jay-Z wears skinny jeans.
That's true.
You got to, when they're roaming, you play as Romans. You got to play the game the way the game is played. And if you don't, then that means that you're just not conforming to the rules. It is. You might not agree with them, but you got to conform. You agree with me, Sean? No. You probably don't.
I just see it different. And it's not a question of me agreeing or not agreeing. I just see it different. So I'll talk to you like if you were my daughter. First, I want to just attack. You know, I never wanted to be that old dude talking about this new generation, and it feels like I done turned into my parents. First and foremost, but I guess that just comes with age. But I don't think I'm jumping out the window when I say dudes are a little more like I never could have conceived I would live in a world where men would wear dresses as fashion. Men would literally be sitting and getting their nails done, taking up time, and women looking like, yo, damn, like you've been sitting in that chair for 2-3 times longer than me. I'm in a rush. Like why? What you doing in here getting your nails done? Where men would be wearing makeup. I hate the fact that now I'm the old man talking about the young generation, but it just is a different world that we live in. But with that being said, if you was my daughter, I think that you and I think women make a common mistake. There is a difference between arrogance. There's a difference between an air of arrogance where a man wants to be courted and a man wants you to pursue him.
Okay.
But there's some men that they're not alpha men. They don't have the confidence to approach a beautiful woman. They can see you, they can like you, they can want to get with you, but they feel, yo, I don't want to get shot down because I don't think Honey would ever respond to me. So he stays in a lane to where he's not putting himself in a position to get hurt, putting himself in a position to get shot down. But there's some dudes out here that, yo, we realize it's a numbers game. And I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to win some, I'm going to lose some. But every dude is not built that way.
Right.
So if a dude is not approaching you, it doesn't always mean he has an air of arrogance or he's feminine or he wants to be pursued. Sometimes it can just mean he don't have that outgoing personality, that confidence in himself that he could even get a woman as attractive as yourself. So I think you got to weigh this thing out sometimes, and you can't put everybody in the same pot and think that everybody is moving the same.
Okay.
I can tell you, I'm a very confident man. I'm very confident. But there's definitely been times in Sean's life where I froze up and I didn't shoot my shot. And I'm like, yo, damn, like, you know, I wish I had that moment again, because I ain't gonna see Honey no more.
Mm-hmm.
But I froze and I didn't do it. So sometimes it's just as simple as that.
Okay, so let me say. Now, although I don't like doing it, I have done it. And I experienced it with a guy that I truly liked. I was into him. So I hollered at him to, take him on a date. Or I basically got him to take me on a date. I had to do the batting of the eyes and flirting and saying hello. And why you ain't asked me out yet, you see me pursuing you. So he finally asked me out. We went on a date. And now I'm interested in everything in the beginning, but I became less interested. So then we didn't go on any more dates. It's been less. And I've recently seen him and I'm like, well, how you doing? We always keep it cordial and I'm very sweet to him. He's very sweet to me. And I'm like, well, my phone is open. You can text me, holler at me. He won't do it first. That's my thing. I got to engage him first.
Okay.
It's just too much.
What is your name again?
Mrs.
Mrs.?
Yes, Mrs. Davis.
That's your name?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let me help you here. Rich, you might have something different. You're saying that he did take you out on a date?
After I asked him to.
Okay. And after that,
but he won't engage with me, so I feel like maybe he don't like me. But he's telling me he do. And he want to go on a date with me. He'd be like, you so fine. I can't believe I'm with you. And da-da-da. He's like, feel like he's so excited and amazed. And I'm just like, well, why don't I get that text? Why don't I get that call?
What that sound
why
like
don't I
to
get
you?
that? You know what I mean? Like, what's up? Why I gotta be like the dude with him? I don't understand that.
Hold on. Rich, what that sound like to you?
What? He don't like me, right?
Hell no, the nigga don't like you. That nigga don't like you. He just don't want to tell you that. He just don't want to tell you. Maybe he went out on that date with you. Your breath stunk. The nigga saw something. Hear me out. Maybe the nigga saw something and was like, hell no. But he's still a nice guy, and he don't want to let you down. Like,
damn, I wish I could call him on the phone right now with y'all, cause that's not how he making it seem.
Of course he ain't. I would do the same thing. I'd be like, yeah. But I ain't calling you. Like what are you supposed to tell you? What are you supposed to tell you?
Like he was happy. He was like, oh, I can text you.
Okay, hold on, Ms. Day. Hold on. what would you prefer him tell you? He's supposed to be like, yo, we went out on that date. I gave you a chance, but while I was sitting at the other end of the table, I realized I'm just not attracted to you. Is that what you want?
I mean, I do like honesty, but I don't believe that's what it was. I mean, if a
Okay,
guy told me that
sure,
straight up, I'd be like, yo, word is born. You kept it real with me. I'm okay with that, but I ain't never had that, Sean. Sorry, boo-boo. Don't be trying to play bitch.
Yeah, Rich, what it sound like to you?
But okay.
Yo, this nigga Sean is brutal. And I said the N-word for a
But
fact.
that's what I like. You gotta keep it real like that sometimes, so these bitches will know. But message to the ladies and gentlemen out there: if a motherfucker ain't texting and calling you back, leave them alone. They don't like you. Just like Sean just told me. That white boy ain't like me. Fuck him.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, if homeboy was into you, right? Let's just say he was shot,
Okay.
and you gave him the green light, and he didn't hit you after that. He's just not into you. It is as simple as I could put it. There is no more shy. Like, I don't give him a pass. This has nothing to do with him being an alpha man, not being an alpha male. It has nothing to do with that. He's not into you. I don't care what he tell you to his face, because you know what a nigga who's into you would do? He would text you. He would say, when's the next time we going out? He would hit you with the good morning, with good, and Rich's word, good morning, beloved. He would make it known. You're getting none of that. So if he's not telling you, Sean Prez is telling you, nigga, don't.
Okay, thank you for keeping it real with a bitch. 100. It's got to be my first failure, but it is what it is. I'll take that. All day,
Gotta
all
take
love, y'all. I appreciate it.
All right, mama.
That's why we the boys club. You be good, girl.
All right, yo.
Bye-bye.
Sean, why you are brutal.
That's why we here to just tell the truth. You know that, just like I know. That's why I was trying to give it back to you. Like, come on.
You ain't see me laughing? I'm laughing because I'm like, who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell her? She gonna read the comments? Because the comments is telling her what she wanna know.
Oh, the comments were saying it?
Of course. The comments was like, he not into you.
The comments is more brutal than we could ever be, boy. That's why I stay away from them.
Renee is back. Renee, you in the room?
Is somebody up in here?
I just hit Renee. She's all right. Let's go. So no Renee. All right. Well, I don't know what happened.
We get Renee next week.
All right. Erica McKenzie. Erica McKenzie, are you in the room? Erica McKenzie? Yep.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. What's up, Erica?
Sean. Hold on, wait, I can't see. Sean, ask me where I'm calling from. Ask me where I'm calling from.
Where you calling from, Erica?
Not South Dakota. I'm in the A, baby.
Oh, you back in the A this week?
I'm back in the A, baby.
You feel like you landed in Wakanda?
I feel like I was forever.
Okay, so this is what I would like to ask you all. Do you think that women are better at cheating than men, or side bitches just want a promotion? Like, women really hate each other. Like, in other words, I think we'll say 7 times out of 10, when a man gets caught cheating, it's Shirley. This is Barbara. It's not that he actually got caught in the act. It's the other woman reaching out to the other woman, or it's the other woman doing something like leaving her hair tie in the car, leaving her underwear somewhere, like stuff like that. Is it that men aren't necessarily necessarily bad at cheating, but bitches be hating.
So what's your question? What's your question?
Do you think that women are really better at cheating than men, or are women haters?
No. I'm so happy you answered this question. Yo, high five. Don't put up makeup. Okay. All right.
I'm getting dressed for a date. Don't hate on me.
You got a date?
Yes, I'm out of South Dakota, Richie. I'm in these streets.
Oh my God, you outside.
I'm outside. But I'm listening.
Women, I hate to tell you, because women will always say women are better at cheating. If you go anywhere and you ask that question, a woman will always say a woman is better at cheating than a man. A man always gets caught. Here's my theory. My theory has been proven fact.
Okay.
A woman thinks she's a better cheater because dudes don't give a fuck.
Oh, you right.
That's what I'm saying. A woman is gonna see what you just said is the key. A woman is emotional. So regardless of whether she's like, oh, I don't really care about dude, I don't really do this, I don't really do that. At some point,
Sean
you
looking at me
put
like
his
I'm
penis
crazy.
inside of
Okay,
you.
let me stop. Let me stop. I'm distracted, Sean. Let me stop. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
What
I said, Sean looking at me like I'm crazy to do my makeup. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Yo, can I finish my point?
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Motherfucker, get that land and start acting all new.
Brand new.
So the point is this. Men don't care. Women, no matter how much you think you don't care, a person put his penis in you enough, a person is laying on top of you enough, you're spending enough time with him enough, you're going to get mad, you're going to reach out to that woman. You're going to say, okay, enough is enough, I'm starting to like him. A man is getting sex. The best thing in the world to a man, well, she's gone, but I'll finish. The best thing in the world is a woman who's giving you sex and you don't have to spend time or do anything. That's why men are better. That's why women will never be as good at cheaters as they think they are. You think you're a secret, it's really that the man just don't care. You got a man at home, that's the best thing in the world for a man. The best thing in the world for a man is a man that's screwing a woman that got another man. Because you don't have no responsibility. You don't got to take her out. You don't got to do nothing. All she want to do is get sex. That's it. That's the best thing in the world. Ask any man. He's not finna call your dude. Dudes don't call dudes. Yo, what's up, man? Man, I was with your girl the other day, bro. She's cheating on you, bro. Da-da-da-da. Men don't do that. Women do that. Because once y'all rock with a dude enough, you start getting emotional. You start feeling emotional ties to him. Then you want to go and you want to call that man's wife. You want to call that man's girlfriend. That's my opinion. That's a theory that I have proven fact. You agree or you don't agree?
I do. I just think you said it wrong. It took me a minute to figure out what you were talking about.
Go ahead.
But no, you're right. You could have worded it differently, but I think the more you talked, we understood what you were saying when you said a dude don't care. So I get it now.
Okay.
But I agree with you. There's nothing for me to say. I agree.
Renell, you agree with me, Renell? My little brother's married ass agrees. Oh, Erica McKenzie. Erica, we don't answer your question, love. You ain't coming back in. Go do your makeup. Erica, go do your makeup, man. Go do your makeup.
Erica getting ready for a date.
Apparently, she back in the A. Courtney something. Courtney, you in the room? Miss Pink Moscato. Miss Pink Moscato? I don't know.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Tanisha Wilcoxon. I'm calling from Michigan.
Michigan. What's up?
Hey, so I was wondering if, okay, first of all, let me give you a quick run through. I worked in radio for 15 years, and I also worked 5 years television promoting. But since I developed lupus, it's been really hard for me to like figure out something else to do, because you know, once you done went to school and got your master's and all of that, and you work as hard as you do, and then you get hit with lupus, and I'm trying not to have a breakdown, and everybody is telling me, you know, you done did it, you've been in the game for 20 years. It's your time to rest. But I just don't feel that way.
So what's your question?
So my question is, what would you suggest that would keep me in the realm of, you know, at least radio, promotions, marketing, or whatever, so that I won't feel so out of place? I guess that happens a little bit. No, and lupus is really a serious thing. And one thing I wanted to ask you, and I'm switching up real quick. Lupus is something that the white men or the powers that be, they do not put enough information about the effects of lupus, and it's mostly geared towards Black women that I've heard. So I'm wondering, you know how they promote breast cancer and everything else? Why do you feel that they don't promote and provide information on lupus?
Have you, is this your first time seeing our show?
Yes.
Okay. So you've never tuned into us before?
Nope, this is my first time we're ever getting a request.
Okay. So let me help you.
Okay.
The name of the show is called The Boys Club, and it's a relationship show coming from the minds of men. So the subject matter that we deal with is not careers and radio and marketing. It is relationships between men and women. So do you have any questions geared around those topics?
Okay, well, yeah, I got one right off the back of that. Rich, if you don't look at you, Rich, if you don't pull your head up. Okay, I got a good one. Because I have lupus, I feel that I don't want to be in a relationship because I feel that I can't be the correct woman and provide and do, girlfriend relationships or whatever. And I'm gonna go in deep, like sexual, cooking, cleaning, or whatever. And I just got in a rut. And my mom be like, you are still young, you're still beautiful, but something in my mind is just telling me a man don't want to be bothered with women that have a condition or whatnot. Whether or not I wear it, it's still a stigma in my mind that, men don't want people. You know what I'm trying to say. Come on, look, go on, give me the answer to that one, because I think I pretty much got that question.
Richie, you want to go first?
No.
You don't.
Go.
Richie, look, don't do me
Sean.
bad. Huh?
I mean, listen. I'm not trying to make light of your situation. It's just the way you came in was so crazy, because it was like, that's not what we do. So, but what I will about the second question was, you just gotta find the right person. I mean, I imagine that it would be difficult to find somebody who would start dating a woman if maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Let me ask you something, Miss. What's your name again?
Tanisha,
Tanisha. Where are you calling in from again?
Michigan.
Okay. Can you still cook by any chance?
Yeah.
You can still
Yeah,
cook.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can still cook.
You can still cook. You can you put on makeup and dress yourself?
Yeah, I can do all of that, but everybody be saying you don't need makeup and all that. That it's in my mind.
Miss, I'm just asking you. It's just a yes or no question.
Okay.
Can you get dressed and put on makeup?
Yep.
Does your box still work?
Yep.
So everything that any able-bodied woman without lupus can do, you can do. You have no disabilities that are preventing you from being a good woman to a good man in a relationship, except the fact that you don't believe that you can be this woman because you're coming in with this ailment. So I got news for you. You're never gonna find a man. We talked about self-fulfilling prophecy earlier in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So long as you feel that you cannot contribute to a relationship because you have this disease, you're never going to find a relationship. But it's not.
So it's a mind thing.
But it's not because you have the disease. It's because you don't believe. And I'm telling you that if you are a sweet woman and you can still bring to the table any and all the other things that every other woman can bring to the table, then there's a man out there that will be more than happy with you. If you can, you said your box still works, you can still perform as a woman, and even if you couldn't, there's still a man that will just love you for you. But it's nothing that I can say. It's nothing that Rich can say. It's nothing that any of your friends, your parents can say, because it starts within you. And until you believe that this disease that you were stricken with, until you stop believing that this disease you were stricken with is preventing you from having a relationship, you're never gonna have a relationship. But trust me when I tell you,
it's all a mind thing.
I am a man. I'm a man, and I'll give it back to Rich. I'm a man. If you are a good woman, a beautiful woman, you can still perform as a woman. I don't give a crap that you talk a little slower or that we all getting older. Like everybody got something going on right now. You know, we all are moving up there in age. So I'm just telling you, if you don't leave this conversation with anything else, leave it with this. There is men, not a man, but there's men out there that would be more than happy with you. But don't no dude want to get into no situation that's a downer. I don't want to get into a relationship with a woman who's able-bodied but got negative energy. She vibrates super low. Every time I come in the house, I'm depressed because I'm around her. And that sounds like what you are. Start vibrating higher.
Rich is telling us our time is about to run out.
Okay, start vibrating higher, and I promise you, the man of your dreams is going be right around the corner for you. Don't say like it's you that's keeping you from being in a relationship, not your disease. And I know that for a fact. Forget Rick.
Well, I thank you all, and I'm going to start tuning in
You ain't
to
hear
listen.
the word I said.
I
You
did.
did not.
Rich, oh my God. You killing me right now.
We about to lose you.
I got the I got the message.
All right.
And Rich is saying it's time to go to another one.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I appreciate y'all.
Later. I ain't see
guys,
Rich telling you it's time to go to another one.
So
But you gonna
guys,
say it anyway.
the time is about to click off.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Go
go.
ahead and hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect. Please, to finish the conversations, we need you to hit the plus button inside the camera when I come back. After we log off for 2 seconds, I'm gonna save this live, and then I'm coming right back. So please hit the plus button inside the camera when we come back. I'll see y'all in like 1 + 1. All right, guys, let's go strong. 9:45. We got another 15 minutes. Please, if you want to get into the conversation, hit the plus button inside the camera. Hit the plus button inside the camera real quick. I saw a bunch of people in the room just a minute ago, so let's finish strong. Sean, where you at? Let's log on and get this shit moving. Prez, where you at? All right, there. Button inside the camera. Hit the plus button inside the camera. Let's get Sean in here. Okay, there you go. BlueNet 75, BlueNet 75, are you in the room? What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? And I ain't talked to y'all in a few weeks, but it's good to see y'all going on and y'all going strong, man.
Absolutely. You always bring good convos, so the men been letting us down. Please don't let us down.
Y'all still talking about women stashing money from their men?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I think, you know, unfortunately, I think that's just what a lot of women are taught, to have what they would call a range. You know, I think that's common practice, to be honest. I don't think that's nothing new. I think a lot of women have always stashed money. And like the woman said earlier, it sounded crazy as hell, but that's kind of like what they do. They're going to ask you for 100 when they really need 50 and stash that other 50. You know what I'm saying? That's just unfortunate common practices. You know, that's just how it is, man. And I think what us men, what we have to do, and I was talking about this earlier, we got to teach our sons. Like, a lot of us teach our sons to respect women, to honor women. Women are these nice, beautiful creatures, which they are. But a lot of times we don't teach our sons the other side of the game. You know what I'm saying? And then we have our sons out here simping and looking crazy and getting used and abused by women because they out here trying to be good to women, doing what us as men teach our sons to do, that are good men, and then they get played, and they run across a woman like that and be like, you know, and now they coming back at the fathers like, Dad, you didn't teach me this. You told me this, you told me that. You know, and that's why even a lot of guys go red pill rage. And what I mean red pill rage is when they get screwed over by so many women, especially the actual good guys, that they say fuck all women. And unfortunately, that happens often. Another thing, the woman spoke about waiting to exhale. I always wonder, where's the movies about the men like Scottie Pippen? Where's those movies at? Where's the movies about the men like the football player whose girlfriend was beating his ass, called her brothers to come kill a nigga? He ended up killing one of her brother's homeboys He end up in jail. They go to court, found out she lying about the whole thing, and she don't go to jail. But now another black man is dead, and another black man may have lost his career. Where those movies at? We always see movies about the bullshit women go through, but where's the movies about all the shit black men go through? Because we go through a lot of shit. They talk about femicide, and yes, that's a real thing. But a lot of black men get killed behind women every day. The graveyard full of niggas, full of dudes that got killed trying to stand up for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, or whatever. But you don't hear about that. So, you know, that's just a few things, you know, I can get off my chest and, you know.
You got any more? You sound like you got a whole lot more.
Man, you know, it's just, man, it's, as a man, it's hard out here. You got to think about it. You are worthless if you can't offer somebody something. As a man, you're taught that you have to be able to offer somebody something for you to have worth in this world. If not, you worthless. You're invisible. A woman, if she cute, she broke, she can still get a man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. You know what I'm saying? If a woman cute, she broke as fuck, she got a nice body, I might still slide and holler at her. Okay, baby, don't worry about it, I got you. But a lot of times for a dude, if you broke, you a dusty ass nigga. Get the fuck away from me. You better get your weight up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't even know if that's good or bad. I don't really know. But I just know for men, it can be tough, but the only thing is, man, for real men, even though the world is tough, you figure out how to be tougher. You know, and that's all I can really say, man.
Yo, we always enjoy your conversation, brother, even though you never really have a question, but you come in with the right energy and you get the shit off your chest, and we appreciate you, bro. We'll see you next week, man.
No problem.
All right.
Be good. Yo, drive safe, please. Keep your eyes on the road. Stop going on lives while you driving.
Fancy Cat 24. Fancy Cat 24. Yeah, he got some points. He always have some points. One thing about old boys, when he call up, he always got.
What is his name, Rich?
You know what, Sean? I just lost it. But go ahead. What's up? Fancy Cat 24. Where you calling from?
Rochester, New York.
What's going on, mama?
I just wanted to know, do you guys value a woman that cook anymore, or y'all don't?
You must not know what time it is.
I do know what time it is.
No, that was the private joke. Every day at 10 o'clock, Sean gets dinner. He eats at 10 o'clock. Every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, Sean gets his plate. So yes, we absolutely value a woman who cooks. And in 10 minutes, Sean will turn into a pumpkin, and you will see just how much he values his woman that cooks.
Is his meal right there?
It's coming. 9 minutes away.
9 minutes away? Okay. I was just wondering.
Why you ask that question?
Because the internet, because Instagram has changed into like you got to show your food every time, whatever you do. And some shit is just private. And sometimes I'll be wondering, do a nigga want to go out and do a nigga want somebody to cook for them instead of take me out to eat? Don't say I love to go out. But sometimes a person that's taking care of everything in the house, I think he should get taken care of too. That's all.
Yeah, that's such a dope point that you just raised. It really, really is. Let me make sure I'm understanding this right. You said on the gram, every time somebody go out to eat, they gotta show their food. They show what restaurant they at. So it makes you as a woman start questioning if a home cooked meal even mean anything to a man anymore? Is that what you're saying? That is such a dope perspective and question. The short answer to that, hell yeah, it means something. I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, because every man is not the same. Some dudes can give a crap, like yo, my girl cooks, she don't cook, I can order out. But here's what you got to understand. It's some things that money can't buy. It is some things that no matter what it is, that you can go out and purchase at any store, restaurant, whatever it might be. What your man or what your woman bring to the table that costs nothing is invaluable. And I think for me, and I'm older, a woman who cook and can show you how she feel about you through getting in that kitchen and dealing with that hot oven and hot stove and wanting to give you something that you. Okay, but the bottom line is there's some things that money can't buy, but they still in value. And it's as simple as that. And I believe cooking is one of them. But here's the deal. I'll say this and I'll give it to Rich, and we can move on if you don't have another question. You got to know your partner, you know, because to me, anybody who know me know like I'm into a home cooked meal. But to the next, I know men who they're good men, but that just don't matter. That to them is not as important. You got to find what's important to your man, and God willing, it's important to you, or because it's important to him, it becomes important to you because you know it brings him joy. So, Rich, I'll throw it back to you.
It goes to, we say the stomach first. I said we're old school, so we come for the stomach first.
Correct.
I agree with Sean. I think a home cooked meal is very, very important. I think that men should appreciate a home cooked meal. The problem that I have is that the relationship game has gotten so competitive that the status is that you're out to eat. The status thinks, the way it should be is status should be dictated by a woman who's cooking for you or a man who's cooking and y'all are enjoying each other's company, and that's what a real status of a relationship is based on. But in 23, the status is based on being out at Noble or being out at Roof Chris or whatever the case may be. So everybody wants the status, and you're letting the little things that are so important go by the wayside because you're so important. It's so important for you to show everybody else that you outside balling and you outside doing this and you outside doing that, that a home-cooked meal falls by the wayside. Laying in the bed watching a movie falls by the wayside. Enjoying each other's company falls by the wayside because everybody's so everybody's out here just to try to impress one another that they don't even understand that the most impressive thing is the girl who could burn on the stove and make you fall in love because you just ate her cooking. That's what people are failing to realize. People don't understand the importance anymore because everything is about social media. Everything is about Instagram. So that's how I feel about it. But in my mind, absolutely. A girl who can cook, dope. A girl who can make Kool-Aid with a shitload of sugar, dope. That's what Richie loves. You know what I mean? So, but all right, Mama, pleasure.
Have a good one.
That was actually a really dope question, and it was actually a really dope insight that even prompted her to ask that question.
Yep, it was. Ashley Thomas. Ashley Thomas, is you in the room? Are you in the room, Ashley Thomas?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, damn.
Ashley, what's up? Where you calling from? What's your name? Where you calling? Well, we know your name is Ashley. Where you calling from, Ashley?
Calling from Jacksonville, Florida.
What's up, Duval?
Yeah, Duval.
Duval. Duval.
Duval. No, but my question is, it kind of ties into what the young lady was saying before me. I just want to know, what do men want? What are men looking for in relationships with women these days? Because with the way social media set up, they glorifying the hoes. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? I even had someone on my Facebook page. He was just like, "Oh, women with when women who go to work and take care of your kids, I'm gonna just let you know y'all still value, but ... So I'm curious, like what do men want? Because we confused. I'm confused. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm confused. Do you want the working woman who taking care of business, who do what she's supposed to be doing, or do you want the females that's, you know, the Instagram models?
Sean?
Oh, did you want to attack that, Rich?
I'll say this. Men want good women. Like good women, men want good women, right? Women, I say this every week. Women, you have the opportunity to make what's cool, cool. Y'all make this thing go round. You make what's cool, cool. Women like Instagram women more than men like Instagram women. And I say that, when I say that, meaning women see things on the Instagram and they automatically go towards it. They think you create that trend. You make that the hot thing. You want a BBL. You want new titties. You want A, B, C, and D. Men want good women. That's honestly, it's a really, really simple equation. Men want good women, but women are so competitive and so insecure that you oftentimes create a scenario where men are we just following suit. Men ain't, as like Sean says this all the time, men don't usually ask women to go get BBLs or go get titties done or go get any of that stuff. Y'all choose to do that. Women choose to do that. And then you ask us what we want. What do you want? That's the real question, is what do women want? Do women want to be good women who cook and take care of home and what's considered the good women, what you just described as the good woman? Because that's what we want. But we look at it and it seems as though that's not what y'all want to be anymore.
Is that what y'all really want? And I'm not speaking for you. I'm just saying men, period. Is that what they really want? I mean, because you can have all that. And I saw a comment that said, oh, just because he might like her, he might not see her as a wife, which is totally understandable. But I feel like the BBLs come from because one time in life, you had to be this, a stick. But then now it's the BBL thing. And I kind of feel like because of what's glorified is why women feel as though that they have to go and get those
glorified. Who glorified it?
The world.
No, women glorified it.
Do we?
Women,
I mean, I'm not saying we don't, but do men not glorify it?
Name me a man that told you you got a BBL?
No, I don't.
Has a man ever asked you to get a BBL?
No, never.
Ever got your titties done?
Nope.
Has a man ever asked you
No.
to get your titties done? So where's the glorification coming from a man? Because you look at it on the brand?
We do see what men gloat over. I'll say that.
Okay, but you just said once upon a time this was in. So if a man was gloating over this, where'd the BBLs come from?
Society changed. Everything changed.
Y'all changed. I think you're missing your own point, or missing the point Rich is trying to convey. and I'm gonna find a way to articulate it better in the weeks to come, because Rich always says it, and I don't know if the point is getting across the way it should be, when you're like, women have the power to like y'all truly do have the power. If you don't want men gloating over a certain look, change the look and stop flaunting everything, so you can get the likes and you can get the comments and you can get all of the praise. Women really do have the power, but I don't know how to articulate, so I'm not even gonna try. Rich, I'll throw it back to you because you would do it better than me. So I'm gonna think of a better way to say it, because I just don't know the point it's getting across.
I don't understand why it's so hard to understand for women. You set the trend, like what you want to do. Like women make what's cool. Like dudes do what they do because of women. Dudes go get cars and go to get tables, and all that's because of women. Women are so in competition with one another that y'all feel like you have to outdo somebody. So now you go get a BBL, or you go get this, and all the enhancements. When at the end of the day, if none of y'all did that, then men would be perfectly fine with you as who you are. You go do that. That's your insecurities, because you look at Bernice Brugos on the freaking internet, or you look at whoever on the internet, and you look at this girl and the people that. You guys are more competitive than men ever are. You guys are more competitive amongst each other than men are competitive about you. And that's a woman's thing. Like a woman, you can't let your hang-ups get in the way of you being who you want to be or who you are. If you are a woman who cooks and cleans and you like to do home and you want to go to work and come home to your man, then that's what you should do. You shouldn't look at the internet and feel like you should be anybody different than who you are because you just saw something on Instagram and she got 2,500 likes, and all of a sudden that's the new precedent. That's the standard. She's the new hot chick because you seen her on the Shade Room and she got a bunch of likes in the Fashion Nova outfit. Be who you are. What makes you happy is what's going to make you happy. What makes another person happy shouldn't make you happy. And if we were all in a world where we were being individuals and not just chasing behind what's the status quo, then we wouldn't have these questions no more, because you would be able to be who you are and be happy with who you are.
Okay.
Does that make sense though?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And maybe I was just listening to combat and not listening to understand, but I totally get it, but it's still kind of confusing at times of what it is that men are really looking for. When I say men, I mean men, not boys. It's a difference, but I get it. I appreciate you.
All right, Mama.
I really do. And the reason I asked this, can y'all?
Your internet.
Like, oh, you cut off?
No, you're not. You're coming back.
Oh, maybe my internet's
Right.
working, messing up.
There
But
it
go
is.
ahead.
Back. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh no, but I just wanted to comment to her, but it's okay.
Okay. Want to do one more?
Yeah, we do one more.
Letitia Vera. Letitia Vera. Letitia in the room? Okay. Sharisa Sherry. All right. We'll do one more. We'll try one more person. If nobody comes in, we're out of here. It's construct. It's construct. Hello. Yo, this nigga is in the fucking shower, bro.
I can't.
This nigga's literally in the shower. Okay, on that note, let me see one more. I'll do one more because this I can't live. Jody Brooks. Jody Brooks.
That's Jody from the D?
Yeah, she came. I think we got her. I think she must have been tuned in.
What's up, Rich? What's up, Sean? Jody from the D.
What's up, Jody from the D?
Nothing much. My question was, why is it such an ego trip for a man when a woman is more successful than him?
Sean, you want to start?
That the young lady earlier was asking that couldn't get back in. Honestly, I mean, I just think it depends on the man. I mean, men are brought up to be breadwinners. Our entire value, according to society, is our ability to earn. What do we have? How much money you got in the bank? Every image that you see of guys who are accepted socially, whether they're dirtbags, scumbags, pieces of crap, they're accepted. You know, I don't care if you're Tristan Thompson. What is that? The dude who got all them kids? I don't care who you are, but if you got money in the bank, you are accepted. So it's not about women per se. It really is a societal thing. A woman's value revolves around her looks, revolves around her ability to bear kids, and all of those types of things. A man's value within society, forget within a relationship, since the day we're born, revolves around being breadwinners, heads of households. You walk down the block and you see the guys who get the respect have the bigger, nicer, more expensive cars. You turn on the TV, you see the guys who are respected are the ones that have money and bank accounts that can damn near feed a third world country, despite whether they're good men or not. So when you do get in a relationship, you're bringing all of that trauma and baggage right with you. So, and again, I'm going to say it depends on the man, because every man is not like that. But when you do see men like that, it has nothing to do with the woman individually. In some cases it does, because some women will let you know straight up, you ain't crap if you can't pay the bills. I ain't taking care of no grown man. You better get out there and bring something to the table, because I could do bad all by myself. But some women are riders, and they'll ride it out with a dude, but he has a hard time with himself, because every image of a man that he has ever seen revolved around your ability to earn. And that's always top of mind for him. So, you know, it really comes down to what you're dealing with, but you got to understand that it's deeper than you and him in that relationship. This has been since birth for most men. And unfortunate, sometimes, just like women, and y'all bring baggage into a relationship, a man's a human being, and he's gonna bring baggage into that relationship. And sometimes you gotta work overtime to make him feel adequate, and make him feel like he's a man because for him, when he look at you and you looking at the Real Housewives, or you looking at Rich on Love and Hip Hop, and you know, it looked like he balling, and you look like you enjoying Rich's every word, and he know he can't provide in that way, it tends to come out in your relationship. So, you know, Rich, I'll throw it over to you, but that's, you know, my thoughts.
Nah, I agree. I agree to a certain point that, like, but another thing is that, like Sean said, women make it known what's important to them. They make it known who's the top 1%. So when it's so known, like if the world came out and was like the top 1% of men are good men who take care of their family, who can be bus drivers, who can be trash men, who can be anything, but the 1% of the most men that are the most popular men on the face of the earth were men who took care of their families and came home and gave the check and was willing to do whatever it took for his family to be happy, then those dudes would be glorified. We don't glorify those dudes. Those dudes are actually being overlooked today. Good men are not in demand. Good men are not, don't let this go over your head. Good men are not in demand. So the same way women come on here and they be like, yo, why don't men want good women who cook, who clean? Because that's not what's being glorified. What's being glorified is the top 1%. And what is the top 1%? Whenever the women or the men and everybody says, what's the top 1%? They are referring to fucking money. They are referring to who the top percent is. They are the dudes, the 6-figure, 7-figure dudes. But those dudes tend to be jerks. They tend to be assholes. But y'all glorify them. Y'all make it so the dude who's taking care of his family is being left out. You're making it seem like the man who's a manager at Wendy's, or the dude who works at the post office, or the dude who drives a bus, they're no longer good enough for you. They're no longer good enough for you. So that's what's being glorified, and that's what you get. So when you ask the question, why do men feel like that? It's because they feel insecure, or they feel emasculated that they're not those dudes anymore. Because y'all don't seem like you want those dudes. The same way women call here and ask me and Sean about why don't men want this, the same reason the men can call up here every day and say the same thing. Why don't women want that? Women
Well, I think
want,
the women,
huh?
I think the women that want the 1% are the gold diggers. Because I mean, I've never
That's
had
not
a,
true. That's
I've
not
never
true.
had a suit. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I've never had a 6-figure man, and I've dated a manager from Wendy's and a bus driver and all the men that you said. You know what I'm saying? Some of them were good dudes and it didn't work out. Some of them were complete assholes. It doesn't. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but at the same time, everything out here, people are so driven about the dollar. It's all about capitalism. It's all about money, 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 money. Who got the best? Who got the this? Who got the that? Who cares?
Let
Because at the end
me
of the fucking day, you can't take it
let me
with
say
you.
something. Let me say something to you. We talk about the top 10% of men, right? The 6-figure earners.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna stop you because you're going on a soapbox about you. But you as a woman, you're in the bottom 10% of women. So the top 10% of men are the high value men. The bottom 10% of women are you and all your friends. But that other 90% of women, whether you want to believe it or not, look at this. Me and Rich right now, we do this thing week over week over week over week. We got 150 people in the room. Kevin Samuels, God bless the dead, told y'all how to get a high value man, and he had tens of thousands of women every time he went on live. You know why? For the exact reason that Rich just said. You all want that same 10%. So women, they were unapologetic. They weren't bashful. They were not trying to hide the fact. Tell me how I can get a baller. And as much as Kevin Samuels disrespected, degraded, made them feel less than, told them they were average, this, that, and the third, they tuned in every week for the slight chance that he might give them a gem on how they can get a nigga who's in the top 10%. Now, I'm not saying you ever tuned in to Kevin Samuels, but trust me when I tell you, the numbers don't lie. For what me and Rich are doing week over week, if you were really part of the majority, this thing would be flooded right there. It would be flooded. But it's not, because we're not telling you how to get a high value man. We're telling you how to get a good man. Complete difference.
Hey, and
Anyway, I'm out of here. Listen, Jody, I can't even take it because I'm hungry, I'm tired, and Rich, you can end this thing. Peace and love, y'all. I gotta go eat dinner. Later, Rich.
All right, y'all. Yo, y'all know what it is. Every week, it's the Boys Club, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We do this every single week, every single Wednesday. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.